week on Scam School will make you a genius. You're waiting for the catch, aren't you? There isn't one. This episode brought to you by Netflix. Hello, I'm Brian Brushwood, here to tell you that 1 out of every 3 viewers of Scam School has an STD. That's right, a strong tendency to deceive. Welcome to Scam School, the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. I'm your host, Brian Brushwood, and this week we are back with Eric Dittelman, who gives us a one-of-a-kind superpower. I'm talking about a genuine ability to be smarter, to impress your friends, to remember more. You are going to learn the very real, very practical powers of a super memory, courtesy of Eric Dittelman. Let's go find out. OMG, back again with my favorite magicians in all of the college circuit. Pete, Dan, Eric, good to see you guys again. Now last time, Eric gave us actual skill and made us Rain Man math wizards, which I thank you for that. I made $1 billion. Unfortunately, I gambled it all away.
Of course,
but you're telling me that not only can I learn math from Scam School, but I can actually remember stuff.
Yes, you can improve your memory.
I say you are a liar, and I dare you to prove otherwise.
All right, we're gonna try something. The human memory can actually hold only about 7 things at once, which is why phone numbers are 7 digits long, minus the area code, but whatever.
Sure.
So we're gonna take it to the extreme, and I'm gonna ask you guys to just shout out like 20 random objects, and I'll write them down so we have a list.
Okay.
We're gonna try and memorize them as we go.
Okay.
All right, so any object, just call it out.
Light bulb.
Light bulb, all right, let
Not
me
bad.
jot it down here.
Florence Nightingale.
The object Florence Nightingale.
Just an object of history. All that curing of the sick she did. She's a very effective object,
I
apparently.
can't even spell
Is
that.
this Florence Nightingale?
My turn.
Is that
She's got.
Cucumber.
All right.
cucumber?
It's very odd, specific.
Don't judge my spelling. That's not part of this.
That's probably. I didn't say you learned how to spell, assholes. All right. All right, Pete, you're up.
Worms.
Worms. All right.
Because I like worms.
Yep.
A crystal skull.
A crystal skull.
Yeah. It's like glowing, and I got wizard powers when I hold it. And then anyone who insults me, I just say thinner, and then you just like waste away and die.
We got
Aliens
more,
going
a
to
lot more of
space.
these. So let's keep going.
All right.
A hairy monkey. A maple leaf.
A maggot-covered taco.
Sickle cell anemia. A fishnet stocking.
A severed finger. Middle finger.
A Dyson vacuum.
Oh man,
I like how that's across from Florence Nightingale.
You're throwing me out. Keep going.
An Idaho potato.
An exploding star.
A floppy noodle.
An iceberg.
Jim Carrey's left shoe.
Jim Carrey's right shoe.
Wow.
A chocolate-covered frozen banana.
An Indian reservation.
Like, I have a question.
Yes.
Like a Cherokee.
The place where Indians live? Or
Yes.
an Indian
Like-
not making a decision?
Yes. No. You
guys are-
either one is fine. Either are
You
acceptable.
guys were very good with making objects. We'll try this.
so sorry.
I'm not guaranteeing this will happen. All right, so what'll happen is, now I'm not gonna do it in order, Brian, but you can call out any number, and I will tell you what's at the number.
Okay, here we
Call
go.
off a number.
8.
Oh, we're off to a great start. Oh no, maggot-covered taco.
Holy cow!
Score.
Wow.
Oh man.
12.
12 was a Dyson vacuum.
What?
3.
3, cucumber.
Wow.
18.
Haha, Jim Carrey's right shoe.
Wow.
2.
2, Florence Nightingale.
Ready? 17. Boom.
Jim Carrey's left shoe.
Oh!
14.
14 was an exploding star.
Very good. Wow.
6.
Hairy monkey.
Yeah.
Yes.
1.
1 was a light bulb.
Is it bad? I can't remember the numbers.
Yeah, that should be the easier part.
Go.
Call off some of the numbers I haven't
Number
done.
11.
11. Severed middle finger.
Oh my God.
16. Did we call 16?
16.
Iceberg.
Yep. You got it.
9.
9 was sickle cell anemia.
20.
20 Indian reservation.
Yeah. Number 19.
19 was a chocolate covered banana.
Yes. Number 15?
15 was a wet noodle?
Yes,
Or limp
a
noodle? Floppy noodle.
noodle.
Stick out the noodle part.
Number 13?
It was an Idaho potato.
Got it. Oh my
Any
God, we're in the
potato.
home stretch.
Idaho.
Number 10?
10 was fishnet stockings.
Out.
What was 6?
6 was a hairy monkey.
Yeah.
Oh,
Number
give me-
4?
Number 4 was worms.
Yeah. Number 5?
Number 5 was a crystal skull.
Right.
Wow.
And what's number 7?
I know it.
This is maple leaf. Not bad.
That's no BS.
Yeah.
You're not writing
No,
secret
no.
notes on
This
your
is
thigh or
doing it for
something.
real.
Okay, how long does it take to build up this skill at 20? Because to be honest, you can get me doing this with 7, then I'm happy.
I'll take 3.
You'll take 3. No, it does require a little bit of practice, but once you spend some time with it, you can use it for life.
You're gonna give us our technique?
Yeah.
This is amazing. Let's find
Well
out.
done.
Dude, if I'm going out, there's only one place I go. That's the Alamo Draft House. If I'm staying in, though, it's gotta be Netflix. And what a great time for Netflix. I just finished watching House of Cards, their first original big highfalutin, big budget production, directed by David Fincher. It was freaking epic. There's nothing like it out there. Netflix has thousands of the best programming available for your Nintendo Wii, your PS3, your Xbox, your handheld devices, your PC, you name it, and it's all available instantly, completely instantly. And best part of all, they're bringing back beloved franchises from the dead. We are weeks, minutes, hours away from the return of Arrested Development, all because of Netflix. How great are these guys? Titles subject to availability, but something tells me these will probably be available for a while. Dude, if you like movies, if you like TV shows, and you want to support Scam School, sign up for Netflix. Head on over to netflix.com/Scam School. Sign up, get your free 30 days, watch all of House of Cards, watch all of Arrested Development, and then back up and say, backsies, thanks for the free beers. All right, now I know this is something that's gonna take a little bit of practice.
Yes.
But you made it sound, when you described this, like there were techniques that you could instantly apply that you could at least get partway through there, like tonight you could do something like this.
Right, and you guys will try some of this after
Sure.
I'm done explaining. Maybe not to the level of 20 items, but I'll teach you guys. Basically what I'm using is mnemonics.
Right?
So pretty much to get started, I assigned something I could easily associate to each number 1 through 20.
Well, and I guess
Yeah.
from what I've heard about this before, it's not just that it's something you have to associate. It has to be a physical object that you can visualize.
Right. So it's all about creating images on the fly in your head, and I'll show you how I'm doing that.
Okay.
So for example, for the first 10 numbers, I just find an image that rhymes with the number.
Okay.
So for example, 1, I think of gun.
Right.
2, shoe. 3, tree. 4,
Whore.
I use door.
Oh,
but
door.
to each his own.
I think 4 might be more fun.
Yeah. So
5.
5, I use a hive, like a beehive.
All right, yeah.
6, since we're magicians here, tricks.
Tricks. All right.
Sorry. So trick. Like I said, you can use whatever you want.
Because we're all magicians here.
7, heaven. 8, I use bait, like fishing bait.
Sure.
That's good.
That's a version of bait.
9, wine. And 10, pen.
Okay.
So those just came to me really quickly in my head. So whenever I think of 1, I think a gun automatically.
Okay.
You can also do it a different way and associate numbers to what they actually are. For example, 11, I think of snake eyes or dice because you roll 11s or whatever like that.
Right.
12, you might think of a clock because 12 hours in a clock.
Right.
13, I use Halloween.
Okay.
14, I use Valentine's.
Okay.
So a box of chocolates, 'cause February 14th.
Right.
15, it's a little weird. This might be a reference. The Ides of March, I think of Caesar with the laurel wreaths.
Sure,
Yeah?
sure.
So
But
basically,
as
it's
long
whatever
as it's
it works
automatic,
for you.
as
Yeah,
long
whatever-
as the number always goes to the
Yeah.
thing and the thing always goes to the number.
It's better if you actually come up with your own system for yourself
Now,
rather than necessarily using my system.
Some people might think like, oh, for 14, I'll just picture a giant 14. But the
Right.
problem is you have no context. You
Exactly.
can't think of any poetry that involves this. You can't think of like a bad
Right.
date that.
And in fact, the better you can visualize it and the more sensory hooks like smells and tastes
That it has to you personally.
Yeah, that will definitely help. And then what you do is when you get the object, you kind of mash that together with the image that's already in your head. So for example, if we start with 1, it's gun, and now call out an object.
Beer.
Beer. So now you're trying to make as absurd or risque or just crazy image that you're gonna just make in your head and then immediately forget it.
And it's detailed as well, right?
Detailed as
so
possible.
it wouldn't be just like, you wouldn't just picture a beer laying next to a gun. You'd be all like, all right, there's a gun next to a beer.
Right.
Then one guy drops the gun into a beer, and someone gets so mad that he takes it and uses it as a silencer and like shoots him 5 times, and then he drinks from his bloody hand the beer that remains and is like, screw you.
We're learning a lot about you,
Florence
Brian.
Nightingale.
Yes.
Shot Florence
So now the beer and the gun.
For me, I would just picture 2 people dueling with beers or something like that.
That's hey man,
probably
to each their own. All right, I ain't gonna judge.
Sure. So let's do a few more of these, and we'll see if we can recall the list from that.
All right,
So
all
2,
right.
we're thinking of a shoe now, and call out an object.
Unicorn.
A unicorn. So you might think of a unicorn, but instead of a horn, it's got a shoe sticking out of its
Yeah.
head. Right? And you make it big.
Okay,
and
now this
vivid.
is interesting because my temptation is to always add, like I would say, picture a unicorn with shoes on, which might be good, but you made the shoe actually part of the unicorn.
I made it
so
something
was
absurd
integral.
because you might see, I don't know, unicorns might wear shoes a lot of the time.
Right.
So I want it weird. I
I've
want
seen
it
a
strange.
couple, so-
Right. Okay.
Let's do a
All
few
right.
more. 3.
An eyeball.
So I'm thinking of tree already, and now I'm picturing eyeballs all over the
Yeah,
tree.
like the fruit.
Okay.
And then you reach up, you grab an eyeball, and you eat it.
Or you could do it the
and
other
then
way.
you look over, and your girlfriend is just weeping uncontrollably because you're a sick freak.
It happens.
Or you could just think of the other way. Think of someone's eyeball with
Turning
trees.
into a tree.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like,
Yeah, so as weird as possible. 4, doors are cue. So what's the object?
Fan.
Fan. So you might think of a giant fan where a door should be, or going to reach for a door
We're
and your
looking
hand
up at
getting
the ceiling fan. It's got
It's a
doors for
doors.
blades.
Going with
exactly.
Brian's theme, your
And
hand
then Jim
gets chopped
Morrison is
off.
singing up there because it is the Doors.
Yes.
And then
Right.
this
5.
is the fan. I'm sorry, nobody cares.
5.
There's nobody
for
alive
Hell-
who remembers.
We're thinking of a beehive.
Let's go with Hell's Angel.
Hell's Angel.
So what about this? Picture Hell's Angel, they're so tough, they're playing football with a beehive, and then they take a bite of the beehive, and then they rub the bees on their face, and they say, "We're Hell's Angels."
That
I've
w-
seen that too.
that worked. 6, we're thinking of magic tricks hats, pulling a rabbit out of a hat. So what's the object?
Let's do syphilis.
That's
That's about right.
tricky to
All right,
picture.
how would you visualize?
You would have to just come up with what you think syphilis
all right,
looks
let's
like.
do Al Capone, who died of syphilis.
Okay, that
So
works too.
we'll picture Al Capone dying of syphilis, saying, "Now pick a card."
Or even pulling him out of a hat. That would be absurd.
That was
as
the
well.
Post Magic convention.
Yeah, that's good. Al Capone.
I'm gonna do a trick you can't refuse.
7. What do you got?
Cue ball.
Cue ball. Now we might, since 7 is heaven, we might think of angel's wings.
They think of God being a
Playing
shark. He's
stuff.
like, no, I'm really not that good. And then he just schools you.
All
Right.
the newbies get
This is how
all
I
their
made creation.
heaven tokens taken.
Tell you what, I'll bet you heaven and hell.
Right.
Yeah, okay, all right.
8, we're thinking fishing bait,
Cadillac.
a Cadillac.
Oh man, like somebody. Wow, this is dark, man. somebody kills someone.
That's
They,
good.
they push the Cadillac down into a sea, and then later we're fishing, and we're like, I caught something. It's a Cadillac with a corpse in it.
Right.
You're a morbid son of a
I don't know
bitch.
what it is. It's,
Well,
it's a
as
sickness.
risque
It's
or
not
as
good.
visual,
right,
that's
yeah,
that's
okay,
good.
that's-
That's good. That's good.
That's good.
Got it.
9, I'm thinking of a glass of wine. So what's our object?
Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan.
That goes together pretty.
So
that might
because
go
that goes together too
easy.
well, you
Yeah.
might want to flip it on its head. You're drinking wine out of Lindsay Lohan.
Which also, too, ironically, has happened.
Or maybe she's
Right.
made of wine. Like
Right.
you're like Lindsay Lohan, you grab her, you're like, I can't reach you.
Sure.
But I can drink you.
Right.
All right.
Delicious.
10, I'm thinking of a pen.
All right.
So what's our object?
A lime.
A lime. So you might picture yourself drawing with a lime or something like
Oh,
that.
there you go.
I like
you.
that's a good. That's a good
yeah.
one. You've
Or
done
maybe
this before.
you
I
squeeze
have.
the lime and you do the invisible juice thing. You ever do that? The
Yeah,
invisible writing with the lime.
Right. You want to do the five more real quick?
Let's just, to be honest,
Or do you want to try
Let's
the
go.
10?
let's try
the
it.
10,
Because
all right.
to be honest, I mean,
Flip it over,
all right,
flip it
because
over.
here's the thing.
I'll
I'm
check
bet-
you guys up.
All right,
as you
everyone
go.
else has heard all this so far, so they should be able, if they have the associations, they should be, you quiz, and it'll be
Right.
us and the folks at home.
And now, because we're using a peg system, we can go out of order because I can call any number and you immediately think of the association, and that picture should jump back in your head and
all
you
right.
can recall the
Now,
object.
don't hold our hands on this.
Sure.
You make us figure it out. All right.
Let's start with 3.
3 is tree. Tree is
Eyeballs.
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 Correct. Yep. 6.
6 is Tricks,
Tricks,
which is
Al
Al Capone
Capone.
with syphilis.
Yes.
Syphilis.
Dead Al Capones
let's
with
do-
syphilis.
10.
10, 10, the peg is...
Lime.
Is
Yes.
pen, which is
Pen.
lime. Okay, got
Nice.
it.
Nice one.
Wow. you got
2.
Unicorn.
Unicorn, yep.
Yep.
All right, oh, you're good. Now it's a contest.
7.
7 heaven.
Cue ball.
Cue ball.
Cue ball.
Yep. Got it. 4.
Fan.
Yep. Fan.
Oh, it wasn't horror?
Because you're thinking of the doors.
The doors, yep.
1.
But beer.
Gun is the peg. Beer is correct.
What if I get the pegs? Does that matter?
That's the one that's supposed to be easy.
Right. 5.
Hell's Angels. 8.
Lindsay Lohan.
Cadillac, because
Yes.
we were fishing off the pier. We totally
baked.
got it, yeah.
And lastly, 9.
Lindsay Lohan.
That's correct. And you guys got all 10.
Dude, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Man, thank you so much for sharing. This is actually useful. This is probably
That is
the most
awesome.
useful thing we've ever done on Scam School. Thank you so much.
Much for
Aaron.
this
No lie, out of everything we've taught on Scam School, this has one of the highest pain to glory ratios out there. With just a little bit of effort, coming up with a kooky story and a mental image, you're gonna remember these things for weeks on end. And 20 items is a huge amount. Once you make these little mental pegs, you're gonna be able to blow your friends' minds with remembering names, dates, stuff to do, grocery lists, you name it. So we want to give a huge, huge thanks to Eric Diddleman for joining us. Make sure to check him out. And don't forget to follow the show here, twitter.com/scamschool or twitter.com/schwood. And don't forget to follow me for behind the scenes commentary. I break down all of the episodes right after we shoot them at youtube.com/schwood.com. All spelled out. It's right there. Just click on the link and you and me are best friends. Don't forget to suggest your favorite bar scams by rating me directly at brian@schwood.com. And next week, you're not going to want to miss it. We are going to be meeting Stan Lee, who will teach us how to shoot lasers from your eyes, provided you know how to draw a comic book version of yourself. And just, apparently the whole secret is just draw 2 lines and then color them red. It's really, you know what, I would just skip that one.